Hello everyone, this is Anomaly, the writer of the $5 Journey. Thank you for tuning in again for another episode. I want to follow up on a video that I made, and also I posted some things on Facebook. By the way, check me out on Facebook at the $5 Journey page, also on Twitter at Anomaly 197711, that's 197711. Also, check me out on YouTube. Obviously, you guys are here now, right? So, I'm making videos so that way I can help educate people, all right, on finances. Not because I have, formal education in finances, but because I've done a lot of different kinds of investments. They've worked out over the 20 plus years that I've been doing that. Of course, I made a lot of mistakes, but I got a lot of things right also. So today, what I want to talk about is again, it's a follow-up for a video that I made about how you use your side hustle to pay debt. All right, how you use your side hustle to pay debt. All right, I want to just show. So I've mentioned about Dave Ramsey in the book, and then also I think on probably like the last couple of videos I mentioned about Dave Ramsey. Right now, Dave Ramsey has a really good program as far as debt and paying that down and everything. We do disagree a little bit on debt in general. I guess I don't think that all debt is bad. He does, but I think it's a really, really good resource, for people who are kind of drowning in credit card debt to just get started by looking at some of those principles that Dave Ramsey talked about. So we're gonna actually talk about one of those principles. And that has to do with the, I think he refers to it as the debt snowball. All right, now, I want to give an example. So a lot of times, what we think is that, okay, thank you, Janelle. Yes, you have been seen. Would you like to say hi on camera since you're here? All right, that's my daughter. All right, thank you. You have a lot of stuff there. Okay, all right. Okay, so anyways, that was my wonderful daughter Janelle, who I absolutely love and adore, but she's a goofball. Anyways, we have one of the mistakes is, right, when you're reading the book and maybe you're talking with some of your friends or your colleagues about finances, maybe you're mentioning about you getting a side hustle, right? And first thing you're thinking is, okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that extra money from my side hustle, or whatever, doing some overtime, or rebudgeting, and I have some extra money laying around. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna do like the $5 Journey says. I'm gonna set up my strategy, and I'm gonna go and invest in some mutual funds. I'm gonna get some stock. I'm gonna go invest in some real estate, some REITs. All right, I'm gonna do all these kinds of things. But meanwhile, you have like tons of debt. All right, now when I'm talking about debt, I'm talking about like what I would consider bad debt, anything that pulls money away from you on a continuous basis, does not add any value. For instance, so bad debt would be like, for the most part, credit cards, all right? So every month you have to pay, a minimum monthly payment, and for the most part, credit cards are not adding any sort of value to you. Now, where that could kind of change is if you use, say, a credit card to invest in some sort of asset that is going to bring you money. So maybe the credit card payment is $100 a month, but because you use it to invest in something that's going to bring you in $500 a month, then it's not bad. It's actually good debt. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about the kind of debt that actually pulls money away from you, pulls financial resources away from you for a period of time, and you're paying interest on top of that. Okay, so that's what we're talking about. So credit cards, sometimes car payments, a lot of different things. I actually made a video about good debt versus bad debt, so check that out. Also, I posted a couple of things on Twitter as well as Facebook, so you can check that out. Anyways, so your first thing might be, okay, I'm getting this extra money, I'm doing good. You feeling really good about yourself, and then you want to go and you want to invest. All right. But what I'm saying is to hold off on that, all right? Hold off on that, because the amount of debt that you may have Maybe, well, it might be, if it's bad debt, definitely. If it's bad debt, which most of us have, we have bad debt and it pulls money away from us every month. So you don't want to allow that to continue to happen. All right. So what you want to do is you want to take that money from your side hustle and you want to apply it to whatever your debt is. All right. Now, not counting, your mortgage or not counting, yeah, that's pretty much the main example that I could think of, because your mortgage is something different. That has to be tackled differently. But anyways, the other stuff, student loans, cars, credit card, lines of credit, that kind of stuff. All right, those kinds of things is what I'm talking about, that you want to use that side hustle to pay those things off, all right, to pay those things down. Okay, now, the question is, how do you go best about doing that? All right, one of the things about the book, The $5 Journey, is it makes the assumption that you're not going to change anything to your budget. Okay, you're going to keep your budget the same. So if at the end of every month you are in the hole by $20, well, then the strategies that are laid out in that book are going to meet you there at being negative $20 every month. If at the end of the month you're ahead by $100, well, the strategies in the book will meet you there also. All right, so the kind of trying to figure out like where to start. All right, that's like the big thing. And right, for the sake of this video, we're starting with the assumption that you have bad debt, all right, and that you are paying out monthly on that debt, like it's and that it's pulling financial resources from you. So that's the assumption. All right, now how do you go about tackling that? What do you do first? And so I set up a hypothetical scenario here. All right, so let's say you have 3 different kinds of, let's say, credit cards. All right, 3 different types of bad debt. You have one for $1,000, one for $2,000, one for $3,000. All right, now let's say that the payment on each one of those every month is $100. All right, $100 on the $1,000, on the $2,000, and on $3,000. Right, so that's $300 a month coming out. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to use that side hustle. You're going to use that to come in and you're going to pay off from lowest debt to highest debt. All right, so you're going to concentrate, you're just going to pinpoint, like laser beam focus, your financial energy, your side hustle monetary power on just one particular debt, on one balance at a time. So the first one, let's say, so that's the one that you're going to focus on, right? The $1,000 one in this kind of scenario. All right, so let's say your side hustle is bringing in $100 extra per month. I mean, a lot of the suggestions that were made in the book, will give you a side hustle of a whole lot more than that. But let's just be conservative. Let's say $100 a month. All right. So let's say with your side hustle, now remember all your bills and your whatever your expenses are for the month, that's staying the same. We're not adding any additional expenses. We're not taking away any expenses. Okay. So that's all the same. All right. Now, if you're able to obviously take away some of the expenses, perfect. That's wonderful. All right, you're going to do the same thing if you're able to take away. You're going to add it up here. So with your side hustle, let's say you're making an extra $100 a month. Okay, so you're going to do this. You're going to take this $100, all right, and you're going to put that with this $100. All right? Okay. So now instead of making a $100 payment every month, you're making a $200 payment every month. Avoid the temptation to take this extra $100 and split it up amongst this, and this, right? Don't do that, all right? Just take the whole extra money, the whole side hustle money, the whole $100 in this situation, and apply it to your lowest balance, all right? Now, once you finish paying off this balance, okay, so you're paying it off with 100 and 100, so that's $200 a month you're paying. All right, so now, once this $1,000 balance is paid off, what do you do next? All right, you're gonna take this 200, you're gonna add it to this 100, all right? And so you're gonna now take $300 and you're going to pay off the $2,000 one every month. All right, so now it's $300 a month going towards the $2,000 balance. Now, once that's paid off, once the $2,000 balance is paid off, then what you're going to do is you're going to take the 100 and 100, right? You're going to take this 100 from the 2,000 because that's all paid off, so that's a total of $300. And then you're going to take that big thing and you're going to apply it to your last $3,000 balance. So that's going to be, let's count it up, that's going to be $400 that you're putting towards that $3,000 balance, okay? And so you're going to pay that down. Now, once you pay that down, that's when we're going to start talking about like using some of those other strategies to then grow your finances and get you to a place of financial progression. Okay, so this is kind of like the stepwise process. Again, if you have any questions or anything, make sure you can leave the comments in the caption below. Also, you can email me, all right? My email address is anomaly1977@outlook.com. Anomaly1977@outlook.com. Check me out on Twitter, on Facebook, and keep staying tuned for those YouTube videos. Hopefully this was helpful. Have a great night and a great weekend.